Hey guys, it's me, Seren, back with another car video. So we still talking about bitch ass Bruno Mars, which is fine. It's just a couple things I wanted to talk about today, Monday, post daylight savings time, whatever. So, okay, a lot of you guys have been referencing Thought Crimes, asking me if I saw the Thought Crimes videos or like podcasts or whatever, which I had never heard of Thought Crimes, so I'm glad a lot of you guys like were recommending them, because I did listen to the two podcasts that they have on this whole situation, and I thought that they were like dope. They were really great. They made some fucking amazing ass points. Their first video, it's on their so they do it like on YouTube. So their first video is on just like the whole Bruno Mars situation, and then the second video was on like the lies like the lies and the rumors that are being spread around the grapevine, around me, around Ashley, trying to fucking basically attempt to discredit us and discredit our opinions. Which, bitch, didn't we just watch fucking Enemy of the State yesterday? And like the number one thing that they tried to say was like, oh, discredit them, you know, like run a fucking smear campaign, right? Fucking, these are tactics. Like, these are tactics that people use. And this is the way especially that people also use the media to try to like smear people that are like talking that shit. But anyways, I don't want to talk about rumors. Like, fuck rumors. Thought Crimes made a really great point in the podcast, which we did talk about later, but I don't think it made it into the video. That was, and I've been talking about this too, like on my various platforms, like as this fucking whole situation like keeps getting bigger and bigger, which is that black people that don't support black art and don't support black artists are also a big fucking part of the problem. Like, I'm pretty sure I said this in my other I know I said this in my first Bruno Mars video, and I think I might have said it in my second Bruno Mars video too, where I was like, you know, drop a black artist that you like to listen to that's doing R&B in the comments, right? And people were like, oh my God, yes, I love Kalela, I love fucking Sampha, I love fucking Don Richards. I know I also said this in my Adele video, because people trying to make like this is like a Bruno Mars problem. Like, no, this is not a fucking Bruno Mars problem. As I keep saying, Bruno Mars just so happened to be the topic of the show that day, because like the whole Grammy situation had just happened. But like, I've made videos about Adele where I say the exact same thing. Jasmine Sullivan has a fucking amazing voice, and she is exactly in like, if you have not seen my video on fucking Adele, like, please go watch it. Like, Jasmine Sullivan has an amazing voice, and she is exactly in Adele's lane. She makes the exact same type of music. She has the exact same type of voice. She's like a plus size like black chick that could fucking blow, but she has never gotten the traction of a fucking Adele. Lions and Tigers and Bears is a beautiful fucking song. It will hit you right in the feels, right? If Adele sang that song, Lions and Tigers and Bears, that would have been like a number one, like a top Billboard hit. It's a great song, and it's exactly this type of song that like Adele would sing. But it didn't go anywhere. It didn't get any traction with Jasmine Sullivan because people are not checking for Jasmine Sullivan. So getting back to Thought Crimes, they said in their podcast on Bruno Mars, they were like, you know, black consumers also have to start, you know, looking at ourselves and looking at each other, because we also don't fucking support black art, which I mentioned in my fucking Complex interview. I was like, you know, even amongst I was like, in society, but even amongst ourselves, like, we fucking elevate the fuck out of these non-black artists. Like, oh my God, like, look on Thought Crimes, they were like, you know, a white person with a little bit of rhythm, we'd be like, go white boy. Like, even amongst ourselves, we see it as something cool and interesting and unique and novel. They're a novelty, and so we blow them up, we amplify them, and we put all this fucking support behind them. So go watch those Thought Crimes videos, and like, shout out to Thought Crimes. If I can ever call into their podcast, I totally will, because they're doing great shit over on their platform. And shout outs to everybody that recommended them to me, because I had not heard of them. So it's like some of our like a clip of our fucking show, the shit that we were talking about on the Grapevine has like gotten onto the radio. And so there was like a clip of it that was played on like the radio in Philly that somebody like sent to me, and like the DJs were like, oh, y'all talking all this shit, but like what was the last fucking black R&B album, you know, that you guys bought, like on Thought Crimes? Again, like, oh, are you guys supporting fucking black R&B artists? You know, it's like somebody that I know personally like dropped a comment on my Instagram that was like, well, I don't understand how we can get mad at Bruno Mars when, you know, nobody else, no black people want to do R&B. And this was even addressed on the Grapevine. Like, that's bullshit. Like, that's fucking bullshit. Like, there's people out here that's doing R&B, like Jeremiah. Late Nights was a great album, right? In that Philly clip, they were like, oh, what's the last R&B album that you bought that was not Bruno Mars? Jeremiah had a great album that came out. He had a fucking lead single that, there's me without you and I, that, and number one, like, that single was fucking everywhere. And Jeremiah has been very public about how hard it's been for him to get a project out, about how hard it's been for him to get backing from his label, about how hard it's been for him to get support, even though he did have a fucking big, huge ass single. Like, that single came out and his album came out like 6-8 months later because he could not get his project out. You know what I'm saying? And he's spoken about that. People say, oh, nobody's doing R&B. No, oh, name somebody that was doing R&B in the last 5 years. A Seat at the Table doesn't count as fucking R&B now? Like, are you joking? If fucking Bruno Mars had came out with a song that sounded like Don't Touch My Hair, because like Don't Touch My Hair had a very kind of like old school sound with the horns, brr, brr. If Bruno Mars had came out with a song that sounded like Don't Touch My Hair, which for all we know, Bruno Mars might come out with his own version of Don't Touch My Hair, because that's what he does, that shit would have been number one on the Billboard charts for 97 weeks, okay? Like, even A Seat at the Table kind of fucking came and went. If Bruno Mars did an album that fucking sounded like that, or has songs that sounded like that, people would have fucking lost their minds and fucking fell all over themselves rushing out to fucking support that shit. Does Anti not count as fucking R&B, pop R&B, which just came out in 2016? Again, Late Nights, does that not count as R&B? Mac Wild, who does fucking New Jack Swing, R&B. Don Richards, who does fucking amazing work, R&B, that people literally ignore. People are Ray Charles to Don Richards. Maya, who you guys have heard me talk about before because I follow her on Instagram and I really like her fucking personality, had to leave her label and go independent and start putting out her work independent. Kalela, who just performed in Washington, D.C., like fucking literally last week. Like, and then you even have the artists, the black artists that don't, you have fucking dumbass Luke James who's trying to side with fucking Bruno Mars. Like, bitch, you are a prime example of a black artist doing R&B that can't get no traction. I don't know if Bruno Mars has his hands in these people's pockets. I don't know if he's putting their kids through college, if he's paying their rent, that they're caping for him so hard, or if they just really feel like he's that nigga. But like, let's be fucking honest. Like, all these Dej Loaf and See That's the Thing EP, which was majority R&B and was great. I bought it, and I don't even like. I really don't even like. My favorite genre is rap. Like, everybody knows. Like, I love rap. Like, but when it comes time to support some R&B, like, I will buy some shit that I like. Ty Dolla $ign, Beach House 1 and 2, great R&B. 24 Hours. Featuring Ty Dolla $ign and Wiz Khalifa, which I'm a Wiz Khalifa stan, which is the only way that I even heard of that song, What You Like, about 24 Hours. If Bruno Mars came out with that song, I don't mind if you stay tonight. I'm your type, I know that this is what you like. That shit would have been number one on the Billboard charts for 139 weeks. Let's be fucking honest. Like, let's be honest. Like, let's be honest. My point is being proven again and again and again and again and motherfucking again. So let me say my motherfucking point again, exactly the way that I said it on the Grapevine. The issue is people, even other black people, prefer their black art from a non-black body. And Bruno Mars is stepping up and saying, I will give it to you. And you niggas are fucking buying it, okay? And when black artists make that type of music, y'all fucking ignore them because they're black. But when a non-black person makes this type of music, they get fucking amplified. Jacquees, who's been trying to fucking get put on for about 5 years now. People always bring up 7th Streeter. I know my tree is like wobbling. People always bring up 7th Streeter, who's been in the game for like how long now and can't get a hit to save her life. Now, yes, there are some people that don't do or don't have that it factor. Like, that's up for debate. But you even have people that can get a hit. Like I said, Jeremiah, that You and I song, or it was like, yeah, it was like spelled we, O-U-I, whatever the fuck, however the fuck you spelled that shit. That was a hit, but he still couldn't get an album out, right? Because people don't want to fucking support black artists. They prefer to support a Bruno Mars. And then they'll dead ass look you in your face and be like, well, niggas aren't making R&B anymore. Niggas aren't making New Jack Swing anymore. All the niggas want to fucking do EDM music. I'm like, if you don't know about what fucking type of music your own people is making, yet again, that's a you problem, bitch. Like, you the one that needs to fucking support your own kind and support your own people instead of fucking making it like Bruno Mars is so fucking amazing. I remember when that not this most recent Make America Great Again music that Justin Timberlake is making now, but like when his album before that came out and people were losing their minds over how good it was, how amazing. Oh my God, and Mirrors, such a great song. I love this song so much. I was like, this shit is whack. And any of y'all that know me in real life will remember, I was like, this shit is fucking whack. People talk about, oh, you talking about this shit about Bruno, but when his songs come on, you dance. No, the fuck I don't. I don't like Bruno Mars's music. Like, I was like, this shit is whack. I was like, the only reason why y'all are amping this shit up is because Justin Timberlake is white. Like, I don't care. Like a lot of this shit don't even be that poppin'. Or yet again, you have black artists that are doing similar shit that can't get put on, that can't get amplified, not even by their own people. Which is my point. Like, y'all are proving my point. Y'all are proving the shit out of my fucking point. And again, you have all these uninformed people that don't even know, which was also the point made on fucking Thought Crimes. People that are uninformed and don't even fucking know who's out there making music. Niggas never even heard of motherfucking Anderson .Paak, who I personally, like, don't even love, like, just in terms of, like, personal taste. Like, but, like, people don't even know that Anderson .Paak is out there. Again, people don't even know that fucking 24 Hours is out there, that Ty Dolla $ign is out there, that Sampha is out there, that Kalela is motherfucking out there, that Blood Orange is motherfucking out there, that Kilo Keish is motherfucking out there, that Dej Loaf is doing R&B, that Jacquest is motherfucking out there, that Mac Wilds is out there. People don't even know that these artists are out there. But again, Bruno Mars could fucking do his version of these exact same songs. We've all heard Don't Touch My Hair. Can y'all imagine if Bruno Mars did a version of Don't Touch My Hair? Like, people would love it. They would eat it the fuck up. But Solange, that album came and went, even as impactful as it was. It came and went. Meanwhile, 24K Magic came out in 2016. And we're still listening to those fucking songs being played on the radio. And he's still fucking getting all this attention and these accolades and these awards. And people talking about how great that fucking album is. That's the issue. That's the fucking issue. Let's be honest. Y'all don't support black artists. Y'all don't support black art coming from black people. You prefer it from non-black faces, which was exactly my fucking point. It's supported by black consumers. It's supported by the system of racism, white supremacy that prefers black art from non-black body. Everybody is motherfucking complicit. And all these little fucking ants and gnats and motherfuckers coming out the woodwork to defend Bruno Mars, y'all are fucking complicit. You're complicit. I'm disgusted. I am disgusted. Okay? Like, get the fuck out of here. Please go listen to the fucking Thought Crimes podcasts. They're doing fucking brilliant shit over there. Those videos were great. And yet again, if you're gonna talk about how you listen to Bruno Mars because niggas aren't doing R&B music or funk or New Jack Swing or da-da-da-da-da, really fucking check yourself and examine yourself. Because like I've talked about in other videos, we are socialized and conditioned as black people in this country especially to have internalized anti-blackness, to have all this self-hate to the point where we would even want our own shit regurgitated back at us and given back to us from a non-black person because we don't even fuck with ourselves. Really fucking think about that shit, okay? Seriously. Obviously I'm gonna have shit in the description box as always. I'm probably just gonna put those Thought Crimes links and just like a brief write-up of what I'm saying in this video for the people that prefer to read or still don't fucking understand. So, peace.